Welcome to Minneapolis High School basketball here on 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2 in Minneapolis. We welcome you to the second round of SubState here in Smith Center, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions getting ready to take on the Ellsworth Bearcats for the third time this year here in the second round of SubState. Minneapolis, the number 1 seed. The Ellsworth Bearcats, if I remember right, a number 5 seed that beat Norton in the first round of SubState. As Minneapolis comes into tonight, the number 1 seed coming in against the Ellsworth Bearcats. Ellsworth Bearcats, need we not remind you, has got some shooters on this ball club, and they don't mind throwing up some threes from the distance. They've got a couple players individually that like to shoot. I'll give you some names here in just a second.
I told Coach Shoup as I was coming up here, I said, we don't want any third times the charm tonight for Ellsworth. And he said, I agree.
Clinton Glazer, a 6-foot junior. Gosh, I thought he was a senior. 6-foot junior, plays extremely well and likes to shoot from about anywhere on the floor. I really think, though, you're going to see Kyler Macy in his hip pocket for most of the night. 4 minutes and 25 seconds away from the start of tonight's action, and Minneapolis and the Ellsworth Bearcats. And Dale, we come into tonight and we've got a target on our back, and we got to come out and we've got to work hard and we've got to find a way to come away with a victory tonight against
Well, we do,
Ellsworth.
but I think they're primed and ready to go. Prediction, Minneapolis victory tonight.
Absolutely.
This is the 85th game in the series. Minneapolis leads it now 47-37. We've won the last 5 games in a row. We had 3 games against them last year. And 3 games this year. So they're getting to be pretty much a common opponent for us. They're knowing each other well.
Yeah, Ellsworth will be in their all black. You know, I don't remember those uniforms, guys. I think that's a different uniform.
Yeah, they didn't wear them. I don't think they wore them at Minneapolis. I could be wrong.
I don't remember that, but it doesn't matter. Minneapolis in their home white as we get ready for tonight's matter. And Battle and Mike, we come into tonight and we've got to hit on all of our cylinders, continue to hit on those cylinders, and to find a way to come away with a victory tonight.
Well, I feel the important thing here is this team cannot look forward to the next game. They need to concentrate on this Ellsworth Bearcat team here tonight. Ellsworth, as you and I mentioned the other night, kind of a sleeper. They got some big guys and they got some shooters. And you just can't look past them. Maybe Norton did, but Ellsworth took care of Norton to advance. And as we've mentioned all along, you win and move on. But Ellsworth, I think, pretty dangerous team.
Yeah, I do too. Evan Shively, another one that's not afraid to put up the ball. Jacob Fries. They've got some 5'11" juniors, seniors that Tanner Rohr that like to put up the ball. They've got a 6'7" kid and Levi Fries. But like I said, in the past, the height hasn't really been a terrible concern. We've done a very good job on that.
We're more muscular and more coordinated in the post than these kids for Ellsworth are.
Yes.
Make up for the height advantage.
More skilled, for sure.
More skilled, for sure.
So about 2 minutes away from tonight's matchup, and we just going to have to come into tonight. And now I'll mention it again, but that's transition. We've got to continue. I think it's important to hit some transition and to work on the transition points. Pressure defense, be in the hip pocket of Clinton Glazer especially, and come away tonight and advance to tomorrow night's championship.
You know, Ellsworth, a little bit one-dimensional with their offense with Glazer and Shively, has come on here of late to been able to put the ball in the basket. Minneapolis, I think, has the advantage there just because of what Dale just mentioned. Our posts are skilled, and we've been scoring some points down low in the low block that is very advantageous, especially frees up Grayson George on the perimeter.
Yeah, watching, I don't know if you heard him or not, but when the Ellsworth was warming up, they were really talking about defending Andrew Yoxel. So they were talking about where Andrew goes and which way to screen off of him and so on and so forth. So we're going to have to, if they're focusing on Yoxel and on George, that frees up a couple individuals in Crossan and Argenbright.
Their coach was instructing them to feed off the ball screen to the backside, the downside towards the basket, which frees up the shooter on the outside. So if they're going to continue to play like that, Grayson George could have a lot of space tonight.
Yeah. Minneapolis can't overlook the fact that we've beaten them twice, and going to have to come out and work hard and figure out a way to come with a victory tonight against the Ellsworth Bearcats. Following this game, Riley County and Beloit Trojans will be on the air. Not on the air, but they will be playing the game after us here tonight. Starting lineups for the both squads for the Ellsworth Bearcats. Number 5, 5'10" senior Tanner Rohr. For Minneapolis, number 3, 5'9" senior Casey Argenbright. For the Ellsworth Bearcats, one that we've talked about, one that we've got to watch, Clinton Glazer, a 6-foot junior for the Bearcats. For Minneapolis, one that I think will be in his hip pocket all night, and that's Kyler Macy, a 5'9" senior for the Lions. For the Ellsworth Bearcats, number 20, 6'3" senior Logan Gose. For the Minneapolis Lions, number 13, 6'1" junior Andrew Yoxel. And for the Ellsworth Bearcats, 5'11" junior Jacob Fries. And for the Minneapolis Lions, a 6'1" senior, number 15, 6'2" senior Grayson George. And for the Ellsworth Bearcats, 6'7" senior Levi Fries for the Ellsworth Bearcats.
If we do what we need to do and play defense on Glazer and hold him to under, let's say, 12 points, under 15 points, Minneapolis will win this game. We let Clint Glazer shoot for 20, 25 points. We're going to have our hands full.
Yep. We will have the national anthem. We'll be right, leave it right here.
Time for the semifinals. Class 3A SubState basketball here in the stomping grounds of Roger Barta, Smith Center, Kansas. We paid homage to Roger Barta Way as we drove in this evening.
Yeah, when we drove down Roger Barta Way. Nice facility here, Smith Center High School. And Minneapolis makes the trip up here. We make the trip up here for the second night. Boys up here in the home uniforms to take on the Ellsworth Bearcats, and Grayson George and Levi Fries will jump center. We're about ready to start this matchup, Minneapolis and the Ellsworth Bearcats. Tip is up, and it will go into the hands of the Ellsworth Bearcats to Tanner Rohr. Tanner Rohr guarded by Grayson George. They get it on the outside to Fries. Fries back to goes back to Freeze. Freeze on the outside. They will kick it up the top of the key to Glazer. Glazer swing back on the outside to Freeze. Freeze back to top to Roar. Roar gets it down low. Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Grayson George.
Good no call there. That's good help defense by the bigs. Wow.
Casey Argenbright high off the glass and good. Nice job, Casey Argenbright, as he takes it high off the glass on the right-hand side. Pressure put on by the Lions. Glazer guarded by who I thought tonight, and that is Kyler Macy. He will slide down, goes quickly down there, picks up his dribble. They get it into Freeze, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Dylan Crossan. Grayson George on the outside for three, and he drains it. Nice job, Grayson George from the outside as he hits a big three right there. You get the dribble penetration.
Yeah, you mentioned, Dale, our posts are just a little more skilled as Freeze has missed two bunnies in close.
Yeah. Hey, nice job by Blazers. He takes it all the way in. The Lions wisely back away from that and don't pick up the foul. 5-2, Lions with the lead. Grayson George on the outside, back to, in the inside to Yoxel, back to Argenbright. Casey. Back to Macy. Macy will drive around, back to Argenbright. Lions to set this up. They're looking to cross him, back to Yoxel. Yoxel drives, and it's going to be good. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel as he takes it right into Levi Freeze. And nice job by Andrew Yoxel right there.
You know, no question about Yoxel getting all the way to the rack. Freeze, well, Yoxel initiated the contact, but man, he finished. That's a great finish by Yoxel.
You'll have a chance for the and one here. Shot is up, and it is good. Nice job, Andrew Yoxel, as he gets his first points of the night. Roar on the outside, guarded by Grayson George. And he'll bring it down across. And they trap him up there. Oh, nice job. Oh, nice job in the steal right there as they get the double team.
Turnover.
And we get the bucket right down. Was that Casey Argenbright?
Yes, it was.
Casey with the big bucket down underneath as he driving in. Minneapolis with a nice drive right there. Have the 10-2 lead, and the Ellsworth Bearcats call timeout. Nice job by the Lions.
That's the other advantage of having another scorer in Casey right now, helping Grayson with the offensive end. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back.
Well, I thought we were. I wasn't ready.
R&J Tax Services, the most dependable tax service in Salina, is open every Monday through Friday, 52 weeks out of the year. Have tax questions? Call R&J Tax Services in Salina.
Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas. Sorry about that. 10-2, Lions with the lead. Ellsworth will have the ball. They will get it into Glazer. Glazer, who they want the ball, I'm sure, in the hands of. And he's guarded by Kyler Mason. We got a trap and double team up there, and he walks with it. Nice job right there. Minneapolis forces the double team. I love that right there, how Minneapolis sees that so well, and they come up and force the double team, and it get them in a trap, and they quickly turn the ball over.
Last possession, Roar knew it was coming and kind of held back. That time, Glazer got caught.
Casey Argenbright has it partially blocked, and it's kept alive by the Minneapolis Lions. Casey Argenbright back to Grayson. Grayson on the outside into Andrew Yoxel, and he'll be fouled by number 20, and that is Logan Gose. Minneapolis will have it underneath their own basket here. Garrett Doherty and Zach Allison getting ready to check in, and they will do so as they come in for Casey Argenbright and Dylan Crossan.
I have missed a foul on Ellsworth, the first foul. Do you remember who that?
Yeah, the Levi Freeze had one. Yeah, Levi Freeze.
Very good. Thank you.
Andrew Yoxel on the outside, back to Garrett Doherty, back to Grayson for three, and it's off the mark. And he hopped with it. Thought he had hopped down there. He got the ball off apparently quick enough though. Roar on the outside, guarded by Grayson. Roar kicks it back over to Glazer. Glazer guarded by Macy, and he puts it up, and it's off the mark. and rebounded by Andrew Yoxel. Back to Garrett Doherty. Garrett back to Kyler. Kyler on the outside. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel looks down low to Zach Allison. And it'll be off of Minneapolis. Turnover will go back. Ball was just partially tipped, and then it went off of his leg.
Those quick hands.
Ball goes back to Freeze, back to Ghost. Ghost on the outside. Gets it back over to Froze. I don't know how you pronounce these. Froze. Yep. Back to Roar. Roar on the top of the key, back to Ghost. Ghost back to Froze as he looks at the shot, guarded by Grayson George. Gets it back to Glazer. Glazer with a quick move, picks it up, gets it back on the outside. Oh, nice job, Andrew Yoxel. Great hustle by Andrew Yoxel right there. And we get the steal. That was a great ball movement right there. And the bucket's good. They called on the floor beforehand. Nice job. Foul is on Jacob Froze. And
These are the same guys that didn't catch that three-pointer at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Last Tuesday.
Yes.
I must have it in for Grayson.
Alex, nope, I thought Grayson puts it up and good, makes it. But they did count the bucket.
They did count it.
They did count it. I thought he called it on the floor. He was. So.
Three-point play the old-fashioned way. Nice rotation here as Shoop's getting, we're 8-9 deep. And now everyone's getting play here.
Glazer on the out. He'll bring it down the right-hand side. This time he's guarded by Kyler Macy. Kyler guarding him tight. Gets it back to the top of the key. Swing pass over to Roar. Roar guarded by Doherty. And he'll pull it back out.
The other shooter we haven't seen yet, Scott, is Shively.
And shot off. Wow. Glazer off the glass. He had to work awfully hard for that, but he got it off the glass and good. Good work by Glazer. Hard work to get that one.
White shirts around him.
Dylan Crossan has it blocked. And he'll bring it down. Glazer off the glass, no good. Rebound by Alex Yoxel, and the foul right there by Jacob Froze. That's his second, they say. And checking in is who you said just a second ago, Evan Shively checks in. He's getting ready to check in for the Bearcats.
We have to be aware that he's on the floor. He's another shooter just like Glazer from the outside. He can bury the three ball. That's exactly what Coach Shoop's pointing at right now.
And they bring in a wide body for the low post.
Ball goes to Argermite on the outside. Casey looks down low to Crossan. Crossan in the paint, up and good. Nice job, Dylan Crossan in the paint and good. 15-4 Lions with the lead. Glazer on the outside, guarded by Argenbright. And he'll look down low. There's a lot of movement going down low, but they'll pull it back out. Gets it back to top the key to Keener. Keener back to Roar. Roar will look to the outside. They get it back to Shively. Shively pulls it back out. Back to Roar for three. Up and no good. A nice rebound by Levi Freeze at 6'7". Easily got that backside rebound. And the turnover right there as my son's keeping stats tonight with the turnover right there. So trying to help him out a little bit. Levi's up here helping us tonight as he's keeping some stats. 15-6. Ellsworth with the ball after the Lions turnover. Minneapolis gets back in Grayson George and Garrett Pounds for the first time. The ball goes back to Roar. Back on the outside, kicks it back over to Shively. Shively down low. Oh, nice job by Andrew Yoxel. Garrett Pounds gets the rebound after the tip. Argenbright rolls it back out.
Another turnover for Ellsworth. So far, they're providing them for us.
Ball goes into Grayson George in the paint. Shot up and good. Nice turnaround jump shot in the lane by Grayson George as they will try to force the turnover right here. Oh, nice job. And he does get the steal. Great job by Grayson with the steal. Back down pass to Kyler Macy, and it's good. Nice job by the Lions.
Keeps going out of bounds.
I don't know. He was walking a mighty fine line down there, and he gets it in. 19-6. Nice little run right there. Nearly a little shove off by Roar as he'll ring it down. Ball goes back over to Shively. Shively back to the top to Keener. Keener swing pass over to Rohr. Rohr shot up and good. Nice shot by Rohr on the right-hand side. Oh! And we get to miss the easy turnover right there as
unforced error.
Yeah. Checking in for Joshua Rankin for the Ellsworth Bearcats. They've got a bunch of seniors on this team. All juniors and seniors, no other underclassmen. And there's a turnover right there, and it'll come back the other direction. They looked at a backside. They just overthrew him, trying to get on the backside.
Just a minute 10 left first quarter. It's going by fast. Minneapolis has 19 on the board here in the first quarter, so everything's going well for Big Blue.
Shively guarding Casey Argenbright. Andrew Yoxel at the top of the key. Yoxel looks at Macy, has nothing, goes back to Grayson George on the outside. Grayson back to Kyler. Macy on the outside, back to Argenbright. 51 seconds left. Back to Crossan. Dillon at the top, and another turnover right there as a couple unforced errors that we've just not
we've thrown behind wingman.
We've zigged, they've zagged, and we thought they were zigging and zagging. Shively at the top. There should be 5. Yep. Oh.
Saved
wow.
by the bell.
Saved by the coach. So Coach Shoup's saying, hey, come on, I want the push off here.
30 seconds.
He was counting them off too, wasn't he?
Hey, well, let's give it to Dale. Let's let Dale run a commercial. How's that?
All right.
Dale, let's hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to 910KNA.com. Eagle Communications.
At Lambert Insurance, Sue Clanton can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
Welcome back to Ellsworth, Smith Center, Kansas. Second round of SubState. Minneapolis Lions with the lead 19-8. Ellsworth has the ball. 35 seconds left in the first.
Glazer on the bench. They're going to look for probably Shively on this. They're going to run it down and try to get the last shot here in the first quarter, I would think.
They will go to Rohr right there. And Rohr takes it away. Oh, they get to Rankin for 3, and he hits it. Wow. Unexpected person to hit that one, and he does hit a big one right there. 19-11. Argenbright with the ball. Back over to Kyler Macy. Kyler back to Casey. 12 seconds left. They will work the shot here. Back to Grayson with 7. Grayson up and good off the glass with his left hand, and he makes it. Nice job by Grayson George. Nice, pretty shot with the left hand off the glass, fading away. Minneapolis has the lead, 21-11 at the end of 1. We will take a quick break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2.
Santa Fe Carpet is a proud supporter of the Minneapolis Lions. In conjunction with new carpet prices starting at $1.50, Santa Fe Carpet also carries quick-step wood laminates, vinyl flooring, tile, even home decor. Salina's bottom line carpet price is at Santa Fe Carpet, 4 blocks south of St. John's Military School.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you'll encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Welcome back to the broadcast team of Dale Leach, Mike Perry, Levi Osherman, keeping some stats for us tonight, and myself, Scott Osherman. Levi looks at me like, oh, come on, Dad. But Levi keeping stats for us. And turnovers-wise, Levi gave me some numbers. We've forced 6 turnovers, but we've had 4 turnovers. 2 of those just on, 3 of those actually on passes.
Unlucky.
That just unlucky, yeah. Very much so. So Minneapolis will have the ball here to start the second quarter. Grayson George will inbound it. On the floor is Casey Argenbright, Grayson George, Kyler Macy, Dylan Crossan, and Andrew Yoxel. Argenbright at the top of the key, gets it over to Macy. Macy back to Yoxel. Yoxel at the top. Back to Casey. Casey rolls around. Back to Grayson. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright gets a nice screen from Crossan. Grayson will drive. Shot from about the corner, up and good. Free throw line, right corner, hits a nice jumper off the ball screen. 23-11.
Grayson very good at putting the ball on the floor and getting into the paint for that 10-footer. Has hit a couple here tonight.
Ball into the hands of Ghost. Ghost back to Rankin. Rankin had a big shot earlier. And he'll take another three right there, and he's good. 2 big threes by Rankin. That's his only points, but there have been big ones. Grayson will take a three, and it's good. Right back at him, and he says, hey, you can do it, I can do it. Nice job, Grayson, as he drains a three from the left corner. Roar on the outside.
That big kid is sure moving Dylan around down low, isn't he?
Shot up and off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Dylan Crossan.
Great position by Dylan there. Close it out.
6:37 left here in the first half. Grayson George on the left-hand side. Back to Dylan Crossan. Back to Casey. Casey will look down low. He gets Grayson. Shot up, and it's off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Logan Ghost. Ghost on the outside. Gets it to Roar. Roar will bring it down. He'll look at Rankin. He'll pull it back. This time he goes over to Shively. Shively guarded by Kyler Macy. Back to Ghost. Back to Roar. Roar is guarded tightly there by Grayson George. And we got a double team to get it down to Shively. Shively back to Keener. Keener back to, oh my goodness. Wow. That's another one by Joshua Rankin. That is 3 for him. And that's one that he has gotten three big three-pointers. And Dylan Crossan takes it right in, and he'll be fouled. And Ellsworth is going to get some new players in. And they commit their 5th personal foul. This one on Rankin. Zach Allison, Garrett Doherty, and Alex Yoxel getting ready to come in. Crossing at the line, up and good for the first one. Checking in for the Bearcats is Clinton Glazer, as well as number 23 for the first time, Robert Morrell, for the Bearcats. 27-17. Second shot is up, and it is good as well as he makes them both. Zach Allison checks in for Dylan Crossan.
You know, Scott, we were worried about Glazer and Shively, and all of a sudden here comes Josh Rankin, and he cans about 3 from beyond the arc.
Well, he has.
Keep Ellsworth in this game.
Glazer will drive, pulls it back out. Ball's this time. Alex Yoxel's got the task on Keener, and there's a near turnover right there, and it is. Nice job by Alex Yoxel. As we get the turnover, it will come back the other direction. Garrett Doherty brings it down, back to Yoxel. Yoxel looks down, has nothing, goes to Garrett. Garrett back to Macy. Macy into Allison. Back to Alex Yoxel, back to Garrett Doherty, looks down low to Andrew Yoxel. They get it down low, and he'll have a travel call as we will turn it over down low. Ball will be brought in by the Bearcats as Glazer will be guarded by Macy. There's another shove off, and we will get one of those eventually, but we haven't yet. Moving screen.
He got him before the shot, I think.
Call on Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Call on Alex Yoxel trying to work through a screen.
First team foul.
First team foul, yeah.
Bearcats have 5.
Checking in, Levi Freeze checks in for Brent Keener. Keener, big boy, at 6'4", sets down. There's a nice steal by Garrett Doherty. And no call, and it comes back. And nice steal by Andrew Yoxel as Andrew gets the steal the other direction. And Zach Allison comes away with it into Garrett Doherty, and he can't get it to fall. Nice job, Garrett Doherty. Great hustle by Zach Allison and Andrew Yoxel. Zach riding a mighty fine tightrope down there, and he gets the big ball and puts it A nice bounce pass to.
He easily could have fallen over with
Yeah,
standing on
there's just
Ellsworth people and got a traveling call.
No space at all.
Bunch of turnovers in that transition right there.
The big guy has 2.
Garrett Doherty can't get it to roll in. Casey Argenbright and Garrett Pounds will check in for Andrew Yoxel and Kyler Macy. 28-17, 4:24 left here in the second. Second shot is up, and it's can't get either one of them. And
In, out.
In and out. Glazer back to Freeze, back over to Rankin. Rankin back. There we go. Thank you very much. We've been waiting on that one. And Casey.
Did you see Casey and Glazer looking at each other as Casey was getting up off the carpet there?
I didn't see it. Alex Yoxel checks out. Nice job by Alex Yoxel.
He is well schooled at taking that charge, that's for sure.
Well, it was definite offensive foul there.
Yeah, he put his
Oh, he
shoulder
pushed.
in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was pretty evident.
Garrett Doherty back over to Casey Argenbright. Casey will roll around the right-hand side, looks down low, gets it back to Doherty. Doherty, nice drive in and off the glass. That was great ball movement by Garrett Doherty to see the opening on the left-hand side and drive all the way in, uncontested, puts it off the glass and good. And there we go. There's a turnover there. Garrett Doherty in hip pocket of Tanner Rohr, and Tanner puts it on the floor. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover back to the Lions.
Nice defense there by Doherty.
Garrett gets it over to Argenbright. Argenbright looks down low. Looks to Allison, gets it to Pounds. Pounds looks down in the paint, gets it to Zach Allison. Zach in the paint, up and can't get it to fall. Garrett Pounds with a big rebound. Back to Argenbright. Casey back to Zach Allison. Zach looks for a cutter, has nothing, goes into Pounds. And he's going to get 3 seconds, yeah. Great hustle by Garrett Pounds, though. Just a nice effort by Garrett.
He needed to put it up as soon as he turned around. He put it back on the floor again, and that's what drew the extra time.
Yep, just a little extra time. They collapsed on him, the defense, and he just had no space.
Zach Allison will come out as Dylan Crossan comes in. Rohr with the ball, guarded by Doherty. 3:10 left in the first half. 30-17 Lions of the lead. Glazer drives and kicks it back out. Looks at a three-point shot. Pulls it out to Freeze, and the steal right there by Dylan Crossan. Back to Casey Argenbright. Great job by the Lions. Casey will bring it down, back to Grayson. Grayson back to Casey.
Right on the line.
Back to Argenbright. Casey drives all the way down, up and good. Nice job with the drive on the left-hand side. Puts it off the glass with his right hand. But he makes it. Nice job.
The right hand gave him just a little bit better angle, and it stayed in. That was a great move by Casey.
Rohr on the outside. And there's a nice job by Garrett Doherty, and then the steal by Dylan Crossan. Gets it backward to Grayson for three. And it's good. Nice job by Grayson George as he hits a big three from the right-hand side. 35-17. 2:10 left to go in the first half. Big run by the Lions right here. Glazer will drive. And no call as Garrett Doherty took it. Rohr will take the three, and it's good. He rattles it in, but it's good from the top of the key.
1:50 to go in the half.
35-20. Grayson, Dylan Crossan in the paint. Gives it up and good. Nice job, Dylan, as he takes it into the big guy. And a nice job by Dylan Crossan.
As Dale mentioned earlier, our post people are a little more skilled, and Crossan with the long, quick first step just left Freeze in his dust. That thing was hanging on the rim before Freeze could even get to him. That's a great move.
Great job by Dylan right there in the paint. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to 910, KNA.com, as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2.
At Robertson Monument, they believe that supporting community activities is very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lion Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
Brown Mackie College, Salina, along with Fox News Talk, KINA, will be helping bring you coverage of all MHS football games and boys and girls basketball, along with some volleyball, wrestling, baseball, and softball events.
Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas. Minneapolis Lions with the lead, 37-20. Minute 41 left to go here in the first half.
Great first half for Big Blue.
Glazer with the ball, guarded by Macy. Glazer will drive to the left-hand side, kicks it back out on the outside, gets it to Froze. Froze back to Rohr. Glazer for three, and it's off the mark. Rebounded. Oh, miscommunication down low, and a big rebound, and gets it in as Logan Ghost. Somebody missed an assignment and didn't pick up the ball. Andrew Yoxel in the low block, shot up, no good, and there's going to be a foul on Dylan Crossan.
That looked like one of those situations down there under the basket where both guys looked at each other and said, "Aren't you going to get it?"
Yeah, I think so. One a guard, one a post.
Says, "I'll get it."
Yeah.
Now we had him boxed out, but typically Casey Argenbright's there. He comes in and crashes, and that point guard cleans up. He gets a lot of rebounds that way.
Shively, Glazer on the outside, gets it back to Rohr. Back to Shively, and the steal right there. Nice job by Grayson George. Casey Argenbright comes away with it. Casey drives, gets it back to Kyler Macy. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Ghost. And there's going to be a foul, yep. Casey will get his first foul tonight.
Third team foul.
He tried to step in front of that loose ball. 17 fouls for Ellsworth, 3 for the Lions.
This has been a fast-paced half.
It has
yes,
been.
It has.
Glazer on the outside, guarded by Macy. Glazer, double team. And ball goes back on the outside. They look down low. Shot off the glass and good by Ghost. Nice position by Logan Ghost, and he gets the bucket. Argenbright on the outside, 23 seconds left. I know we'll work it for the last shot here. Andrew Yoxel with the ball. Back to Kyler Macy. Kyler's, oh no, guys. Yes, wow, nice job Casey Argenbright as he steals one right there. Logan Ghost, I think, gets his third foul. Just his second foul. And with 5 seconds left.
We don't got much time to get this shot off. Bearcats put a little pressure on.
Oh, that was 3 on Jacob Freeze.
Yes. That's what we said to them tonight when we had 0.3 of a second left and we still got cranked up and in.
Yeah, but we aren't standing in our half of the court this time.
Oh, man. Casey brings it down. He'll have a chance to get it off, and he does get it off, and it's no good. Nice job. Lions do get a shot off, but they can't get it to fall. 37-24 at the half as Minneapolis has the lead. And we will take a break, and then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2.
Welcome back here. We're going to give some stats from our newest broadcast partner here, Levi Osherman, talking about what he's been laboring away here in this half. Go ahead, Levi.
Here in the first half, we've had some help with our stats. Levi's counted up the turnovers for Minneapolis and Ellsworth in the first half. He's totaled them up for us, and he's going to give us Minneapolis and Ellsworth. Usually I do the other team first, so let us have it, Levi.
Ellsworth has 14 turnovers, and Minneapolis has 8.
That's very good. You did a good job. And 8 turnovers isn't too bad in the first half, is it? I know Coach Shoup probably thinks it's too many, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, if we have less than that in the second half, I think we'll do pretty good, don't you?
Yep.
I think so, too. Okay, point totals for Ellsworth. Tanner Rohr with 5 points. Josh Rankin lights it up from the outside, has 3 balls from beyond the arc. He has 9. Clint Glazer did a pretty good job on him, limited him to 4 points. And Logan Ghost ended up with 4 points. And Levi Freeze has 2 points. Ellsworth with a total of 24 points. For Minneapolis, Casey Argenbright with 6, Skylar Macy with 2, Andrew Yoxel with 3, Garrett Doherty with 2, Dylan Crossan with 6, and leading all scorers here in the first half, Grayson George with 18. Good first half for Minneapolis, and the teams are back out. No, these aren't the teams. This is Beloit and Riley County out warming up. That will be the second game here tonight. Should be a pretty good game, actually, with Beloit and Riley County here at Smith Center semifinals. The winner will take on the winner of Minneapolis and Ellsworth tomorrow for the SubState Championship. Well, Dale, pretty good first half, don't you think?
It was. You know, we've seen as much offensive, we've seen more, we've seen more offensive output from the Bearcats in this game than I think either time. I can't look back at the stats, see what the score was at half, but I can't think of a time that they had as much offensive output against us as they have tonight. And being able to hit the ball from the outside as they've done tonight is the big reason.
Well, as Scott mentioned, kind of not a new player, but Josh Rankin steps up for the Bearcats and knocks down 3 balls. He's carried them here in the first half.
Yeah. No doubt, and they've ended up in the second quarter, I think, with some good inside shots that have kind of gone in for them. And so even though they're behind, they're not throwing their hands up in the air and said, oh, it's just taking it again.
Well, Levi, our pressure defense, if you can mark up 14 more turnovers for them in the second half, I think we'll win this ball game.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with second half action here in just a minute.
I'll go ahead and say
go ahead, Dale,
one
yeah.
other thing here. Just kind of a recap here of the Lady Lions season that ended last night versus the Lady Red of Smith Center. A few interesting team stats and individual stats regarding this team. The 2010-11 squad in the girls' history at MHS. This squad tied for third best season ever record in the history with 17-5. It tied with last year's squad, the 2009-10 team, with the 17-5 record. The second best, or the best is 20-2, set twice by the 95-96, 96-97 squads. In the yearly scoring differential, offensive, what the Lions score versus what the opponents score, they're fourth best in school history with 10.1 points scoring differential. Number one is the 95-96 squad with 27 points. And drum roll here for this squad, they are number one in school history in the lowest scoring defense per game average, 33.1 points per game. It's being stingy enough to allow only the opponents to score that as an average. And that's quite good. That's going back and beating out 3 squads from the mid to late 1970s when ladies basketball was just getting started and didn't have the skill sets that you see today. Individually, Kelsey Page is now 10th in scoring with 634 points, moved past Mallory Goeth. Number one is Christy Shoup with 1,447 points. And she was on those 95, 96, and 96, 97 squads and had the best Brady records and scoring a lot of points. And lastly, moving into the top 10 on both assists and steals, Ashlyn Macy. I don't have the final stats yet from Coach Weatherman, but she's flirting with the top 5 in assists. And she and both Kylie Gregg were flirting with the top 10 in steals. They had 130 after 19 games apiece. So career-wise, so the ladies have set some good marks on the records in school history this season that we've been able to attest to and seeing good basketball play. unfortunately their season had to come to an end.
Well, we're 2.5 minutes away from the second half. The teams are out on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. And where are we at with the score here, Levi?
First half from Minneapolis, 37 points. Ellsworth has 24.
And if I do my math right, we have a 13-point lead going into the locker room. So if we can maintain that lead all the way through the second half, we'll be golden. We'll be right back after this quick 1-minute timeout.
The state.
And for my friend listening at home, that reminded me that I needed to give some more scores. Darren Laws, thank you for calling me. 37-24, Darren. I'll try to do a better job. And for all those listening at home, we appreciate you listening. And folks, I get pretty excited and I forget to give the score, but I will try to do a better job in the second half. So Darren, quit smiling right now. Minneapolis with the lead, 37-24 as we start the third quarter, as the Bearcats inbounds the ball. They would get it in the hands of Glazer. Glazer works around the left-hand side, guarded by Kyler Macy. Swing down pass, tipped away by Casey Argenbright, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bearcats. Nice start by the defense by the Lions, Mike.
As the team met out in the middle of the court before we started here, Casey Argenbright was doing the talking. I think he probably is the unsung leader of this team right out here right now, and he's going to lead us all the way to the state.
Ball was blocked down low by Grayson George, brought back down the other direction. We miss a shot, comes back the other direction. Shot up, and it's off the mark. And there will be a foul, and it'll be on the floor, I believe, by Andrew Yoxel.
And that's a good foul. As he spun, he had an opening all the way to the basket. That saved a basket, at least for the time being.
Bearcats inbounds. It's shot up, no good. Rebounded by Andrew Yoxel. Argenbright will bring it down. They look down low, has nothing. Casey up, off the glass, no good. Andrew Yoxel with the rebound, and it's stripped away. It's stripped away, and it'll come back the other direction. Ball goes down low to Gose. No good. Rebounded by, oh, wow. For Levi Freeze, right standing there, point blank, gets an easy bucket. Nobody boxed him out, and it'll go the other direction.
Nice pass to get it back to the 6'7" guy right there by the bucket.
Dylan Crossan looks down low. Gets it back out to Argenbright. Casey will set it up. 37-26. Bearcats strike first here in the second half. Grayson George with the ball on the outside. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Argenbright. Argenbright looks for a cutter, has nothing, goes back to Macy at the top of the key. Back to Argenbright. It's down low. Casey will drive, and it's going to be tipped away, and it's stolen. And we will have another turnover there. Rohr brings it down. Back to Glazer. Glazer guarded by Macy. Back to Levi Freeze. Rohr on the outside, gets it down low. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Casey Argenbright. Casey will bring it down on the right-hand side. Back to Grayson. Grayson rolls to the top of the key. Back to Casey for three. And it's off the mark, but rebounded by Andrew Yoxel. Andrew, and he'll be fouled. Yoxel works underneath the basket, tries to reverse himself, and he gets fouled, and I believe on Levi Freeze. Levi's still looking at it like, how in the world did I do that?
It's a good decision on Andrew's part. If he had gone straight up where he was, that was going to be block city,
yes.
And he moved to the other side of the basket and was able to draw the foul.
Third personal foul on Levi Freeze. Shot is up and good by the junior Andrew Yoxel.
Andrew concerns me every time he shoots a free throw because he falls across that free throw line. But he waits
holds it.
until
He holds
it hits the rim.
Garrett Doherty and Zach Allison check in for the Lions. Second shot is up, and it's good. 39-26. Lions back to a 13-point lead. Rohr with the ball on the left-hand side. Picks up his dribble, gets it into Levi Freeze, and there's going to be a foul on Zach Allison. Zach's first. Looking across the way at Grandpa Dean Allison. Grandpa was pretty upset about that call.
Team second foul.
Rightfully so. Ball goes back the other direction to Rohr. Same direction. Rohr with the ball back to Glazer. Glazer picks up his dribble. Shot up and good as he shoots over the top. 39-28. Garrett Doherty brings it down on the left-hand side. Nearly loses it. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Andrew Yoxel. I believe Roar called with the foul. No, 42. Oh, wow, that's 4.
On Freeze?
That's 4 on Freeze. And he will sit down. They will bring in a couple big guys as Glazer comes out and Rankin comes in. And so does Brent Keener comes in, as well as Shively.
Levi Freeze has done pretty good ball game so far for the big guy, which is unusual.
Nice pass down low and a finish by Zach Allison. Great pass by Garrett Doherty. Drives all the way down into the paint. Great pass, great finish by Zach Allison, 41-28.
Boy, they came to get him, and Zach was wide open. Great pass.
There's a walk right there. I think that's their first turnover of the second half. Is that right? First turnover of the second half?
Yes, it is.
Casey Argenbright, Dylan Crossan, and Garrett Pounds checking in for the Lions. Zach Allison will, as well as Alex Yoxel, and we've got too many players out. No, we don't. No, we don't. Never mind. Garrett Doherty will bring it down. 41-28, 4:59 left in the third quarter. Garrett drives around, goes all the way around, up and off the glass and good. Wow, nice job by Garrett Doherty as he does a great job of ball movement, weaving in and out of the traffic and takes it all the way to the glass uncontested. There he gets a foul as Roar as well as Doherty battling down low.
He dished it off last time, Scott, and this time they sealed off. He got all the way to the rack and just an easy layup.
Ooh.
He's standing on the line, guys. That should have been backcourt.
Well, that's what I thought too, but
maybe it's just over.
When he took that step to get off of it, I thought maybe that might be a walk, and they get Keener with a walk anyway.
Maybe that's a makeup call for turnover it is, though. 43-28, turnover by the Bearcats. Kyler Macy will inbounds. Gets it to Doherty. Doherty will bring it down and set it up. 4:26 left to go in the third quarter. Lions with the lead by 15. Ball goes down low to Crossan, and that'll be over the back on Keener by Keener as he goes over the top of Dylan Crossan.
You know, we were discussing point guards the other evening in Minneapolis with two really good point guards. Doherty comes in, just does a real nice job running the floor as Argenbright moves over to the two guard when Grayson goes to the bench.
Nice pass, nice job by, great hustle there by Garrett Doherty. Misses the runner in the lane, but gets his own rebound. Stays with it, as you said. And
it'll stay with us. Yeah.
After the jump
could
ball.
have ripped that away from him real easy if he hadn't hang on.
Yeah, it's interesting when Casey and Garrett are both in there. Garrett's running the point.
Yep.
And a walk. Travel down in the paint by Dylan Crossan. The turnover will go back to the Bearcats. Glazer guarded by Macy.
Actually, that gives Casey a little bit of time to rest as Doherty's doing all the work. Oh, we got a carry.
Glazer turns the ball over, and it will come back to the Lions. Ball goes into Doherty. 3:51 left here in the third quarter. Kyler Macy on the outside. Looks down low to Crossan. Crossan back to Doherty, back to Casey. Casey back to Pounds. Pounds back to top to Key. Doherty down low to Crossan, and he'll be fouled as he's double teamed down low. And I believe that'll be on number 12, Rankin. We'll see for sure. No.
It's on Keener.
It's on Keener. Second personal.
It's 43-28. 3:33 to go in the third stanza.
Checking in for the Lions will be Grayson George, Andrew Yoxel, as well as Zach Allison, as Garrett Pounds, Dylan Crossan, and Kyler Macy check out. Zach Allison on the outside. Back to Grayson George. Grayson looks down low, gets it back out to Doherty. Doherty looks down low to Yoxel, into to Zach Allison off the glass. Nice job by Zach Allison. Great finish there.
Boy, Zach got the ball so low in the low block. Boy, that was a nice shot.
Ball will come back the other direction after the miss by the Bearcats. Ball goes down low to Yoxel. Yoxel in the paint, spin move, and can't get it, but gets his own rebound, and it's good. Andrew Yoxel with a great spin move in the lane, 47-28, 19-point lead by the Lions. Ball on the outside.
Stayed after it, didn't he?
Nice miss and rebound and a putback by Yoxel. Roar with the ball, and he's going to turn the ball over, and it will come back the other direction. Another turnover by the Bearcats as Keener will check back in for Ellsworth. 47-28, 2:39 left to go in the third quarter. Garrett Doherty will bring it down for the Lions. Ball goes over to Argenbright. Had just for a quick second there Andrew Yoxel, and we turn the ball over. Shot up and no good, and rebounded by Garrett Doherty. Zach Allison working hard in there as well. And there's wow.
Doesn't count it. Oh, Evelyn.
Nice job, Zach Allison. That had to be some quick feet, quick move, and he just couldn't quite get the feet. And that was a pretty pass, though.
Yeah.
And just couldn't quite get it to finish.
It came in there so quick, and he was on the rack, and all he could do is just get it up. Took one step, and evidently
I was doubtful he was going to be able to get it off.
That was a great shot.
Glazer on the outside, back to Ghost, back to Glazer. And he's double teamed down there. Gets it back to Roar. Roar swing pass, back over to Shively. Shively guarded tightly there by Garrett Doherty. Back to Glazer. Glazer, swing pass over to Shively, down to Ghost. And a nice little move on the inside by Logan Ghost as he finishes down low.
47-30, Minneapolis with a 17-point lead. Minute 30 left, third quarter. I'll help you out there, Scott.
I appreciate that. 17-point lead by the Lions. Minute 25 left. Grayson George on the outside, and he's going to walk with it. Yep.
The old shuffle the feet before we bounce the ball.
We've had some turnovers here. I think we're actually had more turnovers than they have.
We do.
In the quarter.
Our statistician's all over it.
There we go. Thank you very much.
The old Michael Jordan separation move there didn't work.
And he's arguing with another official. I asked him about it, but that's pretty apparent.
When you extend your forearm 2 feet out away from your body in the cock position, it's rather evident just what just happened.
The official just smiles and walks away because I'm not arguing with you on this one. Argenbright with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Zach Allison. Back to Kyler Macy. Macy. Back to Argenbright. Casey will work the ball to the left-hand side. And now he's got a count on him. Backs it off. Picks it up. Back to Kyler Macy. And
some of the Ellsworth fans aren't very agreeable about the counting there on that defense.
Andrew Yoxel will check in. I'm pretty sure for Zach Allison. And we'll take a quick break.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Salina Spring and Axle, specializing in all your suspension, alignment, and brake needs for over 50 years. Located at 672 South Broadway, just north of Crawford Street in Salina.
Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas, 47-30, 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Lions with the lead. Grayson George to inbounds. Gets it into Andrew Yoxel. Andrew back to Kyler Macy. Kyler will work it around. He's guarded by Rohr. Back to Casey. Casey with 30 seconds left. He backs it off.
You know, Shively was wanting that 5-second call, but Casey had gotten his 6 foot of space and quit counting it off.
Ball goes back to Casey. Casey gets it back to Grayson for 3, and it's in and out. Rebounded by, there's a walk, yep. 1.4 seconds left. This time we have time, and it's the same officiating crews that we had before.
It's going to count.
Second four this time.
So we'll see if we can get a shot off and get it to go.
Underneath the basket, set on the side.
Casey to inbounds. Into Yoxel, shot up, and nope. Off the front of the rim. Nice look, though. Nice shot. Can't get it to fall. So at the end of the third quarter, 47-30. Minneapolis. What was the halftime score again? You remember?
37-24.
So we outscored them by 4 in that one.
Yep.
Grayson was silent that quarter.
Yes, Grayson was.
Yep.
We'll do that.
Brown Mackey College Salina is proud to support our regional high school sports. Join us this year in cheering on the Minneapolis Lions, the Solomon Gorillas, and the Ellsworth Bearcats.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex Salina.
Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas. 47-30, Minneapolis with the lead at the end of the third quarter as the Lions had the lead.
Attaboys there on text message.
No, I got a curiosity score from Darren Laws, so my good friend Darren Laws, listening at home, smiling right now at the fact that I apparently, not sure.
You know, Doherty and Zach Allison playing a lot of minutes here tonight. In this game, the rotation, and they're playing well for Coach Shute.
Ellsworth to inbounds to start the fourth quarter. Ball goes back to Glazer, down to Keener. Keener back to Glazer. Shot is off the mark. He's going to be fouled by Casey Argenbright. And Glazer will go to the line to shoot 2. Casey will pick up, I believe, his second personal foul.
Yes.
Fourth team foul. Glazer at the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is up and it's good. Second shot coming by the junior Glazer. It's up and it's good. He makes them both. Bearcats will check in Jacob Froese for Shively. 47-32, Alex Yoxel on the floor, as well as Casey Argenbright, Garrett Doherty, Andrew Yoxel, and Zach Allison. Casey back to Yoxel, back to Doherty. Nice pressure break. The Lions break the press nicely on that one. Into Andrew Yoxel, shot up and off the glass. Good, nice job, Andrew Yoxel. Andrew is so effective in the low block. Does a great job of taking it off the glass and finishes nicely there.
Nice little bank shot from the right elbow. As you mentioned, you used the glass real effectively right there.
Glazer will drive. Shot up and in and out. Rebounded by Andrew Yoxel and picked up by Garrett Doherty. And he is fouled all the way down, but somehow they come away with it and they turn it over. Nice job by the Bearcats. Rohr will bring it down. And there's another one. And Rohr shoves off again. And they will call him with the foul. And the Lions will have the ball. 49-32, 6:53. Levi Freeze checking in for Logan Gose.
The 6'7" post player.
He's got 4 personal fouls. So he set most of the third quarter after he picked up 2 to start the third quarter.
Scott, you mentioned a lot of seniors on this Ellsworth team.
Yes. Casey Argenbright. Shot from the corner of the free throw line, off the mark, no good. And rebounded by Rohr. Rohr will bring it down. And it's going to be tipped away. Great hustle there. And there's a travel, should be. Yes, nice job. Instead, not travel, but he stepped out of bounds, put his hand out of bounds. Minneapolis will get fresh 4 in as Grayson George, Kyler Macy, Garrett Pounds, and Dylan Crossan check in. Garrett Doherty will
hit
stay.
the floor over there just to tip it just enough.
Garrett Doherty, that's the second time tonight. He stretched way out after a loose ball, full belly flop on the floor.
Rohr checks out as Joshua Rankin checks in. Ball goes into Doherty. Doherty will bring it down. They look to try to trap him into Grayson George. Grayson on the corner, looked at a 3. Back to Kyler Macy. Back to Grayson. Grayson rolls off a screen, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound.
Got tipped, I think.
So Garrett Doherty up and good with the little runner off to the right-hand side, 51-32.
Nice little one-hand runner. I thought Grayson was going to take the shot. He backed it out, and Doherty took it right in against the tree.
Glazer on the outside gets it back to Rankin. Rankin back to Keener. Keener back to Glazer. Glazer will take the shot off the mark, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. And I think it's going to be black ball. Yeah, I'd have to agree with him on that. So it stays with the Ellsworth Bearcats. There's a lot of body going on between Kyler Macy and Clint Glazer. And Glazer's going to check out, as checking in will be Shively. And Garrett Doherty is going to be called with the hold, I believe, on Keener. Or Pounds, yeah. Sorry about that. (51-32). 5:39 left here in. And the foul bucket is good by Levi Freeze, and he'll be fouled as he gets a big rebound on the inside and puts it in, and good.
Evens the team fouls at 6 apiece now.
Dylan Crossan picks up his second. Levi Freeze at the line for the and one, 51-34.
5:33 remaining in the game.
Shot is up, and it's good. 6'7" strokes the free throw in as they cut it to 17, or so, excuse me, 16, 51-35. Grayson George with the ball. Back to Garrett Doherty. Backcourt to Kyler Macy. Kyler breaks it nicely. As Minneapolis nice and patient on that one. Grayson back to Macy. Kyler will roll it around the right-hand side. Gets it back to Doherty, and the Lions are going to call a full timeout. So at the 5:13 mark left in the ball game, Minneapolis has the lead 51-35. We will take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2.
Tonight's game coverage is brought to you by Santa Fe Carpet, where a new carpet starts at $1.50 per square foot. Santa Fe Carpet now has Soft Sense by Bliss, the softest, smartest carpet ever in 48 colors. Salina's bottom line carpet price, Santa Fe Carpet, 4 blocks south of St. John's Military School.
Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas. 5:13 left to go in the ball game, Mike. 51-35, Lions to the lead.
You know, normally Scott, Grayson George had the ball and open from beyond the arc, would have went ahead and pulled the trigger, but I'm sure he realizes we want that clock to run and we want the ball. But normally he would have cranked her up
A couple times.
yeah.
Ball goes back to Andrew Yoxel at the top after Kyler Macy dribbled around a double team. They were really working down low hard. Nice job, Dylan crossing. Wow, Dylan with a great rebound after his own miss, gets position and puts it in.
That's strength.
53-35, 18-point lead by the Lions. 4:40 left. Ball goes back on the outside to Ghost. Ghost back to, back to Rankin. Rankin, and then it's going to be stolen by Dylan Crossan. Nice job by the Lions as they try to get it down low to Freeze. Stolen by Dylan. Casey will bring it down for the Lions. Ball goes back out to Grayson George. Grayson is double teamed. They're trying to give us a little bit of a taste of our own medicine. Andrew Yoxel back to Grayson. Grayson will work it to Casey. Casey on the left-hand side. And he'll be fouled, yep.
Number 5.
I think that's 5 on Froze, isn't it?
I've got him with 4, but
okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Freeze and Froze both have 4. They're 2 big players.
Zach Allison as well as Clint Glazer getting ready to check in for the Lions.
And I'm going to say this, ever since the first half, we haven't heard much from Josh Rankin. We put the clamps on him after he hit those 3 big shots.
Argenbright at the line. Shot is up and can't get it to fall. Okay, that's his first free throw. That'll be his first miss and the only one, as I think he'll answer from now on. Roar for 3, and it's off the front, rebounded by Zach Allison. Zach gets it up to Casey Argenbright. Casey drives right through Grayson George. Oh, Grayson looked at the 3 and he's backing it down. 18-point lead, why not? Oh gosh, another one. Kept alive by Kyler Macy. That was amazing.
I thought that was gone.
No, I was amazed on that one. I thought it was long gone, and somehow Kyler Macy came up with that one over the corner.
I was pointing to Levi to go ahead and mark up the turnover, and Kyler rescues it in the corner, and we get it back.
Macy back to Grayson George. Grayson back to Zach Allison. Zach. Ball will be out of bounds. It'll be off of Black. It'll stay with Minneapolis.
Great job by Casey. I didn't see them tip that.
Evidently they did.
Yeah.
Ball goes into Argenbright. Casey will bring it down. 3:28 left to go in the ball game. 53-35. Kyler Macy on the outside. Back to Argenbright. Back to Yoxel. Andrew Yoxel on the right-hand side. And it'll be stolen by Glazer. Glazer. Wow. Now that's some strength by Glazer.
Yep.
As he finishes it, foul will be on Grayson. Grayson tried to go up and get the block. And Glazer gets the bucket, and he will go to the line for the and 1 here.
Well, Grayson had one to give. Glazer, I thought, was going to get his shot blocked, but nice job by Clint.
Misses the free throw.
17 fouls apiece now.
Argenbright gets it over to Macy. Macy back to Casey. Casey.
Well, that sends a message. We're not going to give them nothing. I mean, we're going to contest every shot, and they do.
Glazer with some quick hands again. Yep.
Palming the ball.
Palming the ball. So turnover will come back to the Lions. Ball goes across court to Macy. Macy back to Argenbright. Casey back to Zach. Allison back to Macy. Macy on the outside to Argenbright. Casey double teamed. And a timeout called by the Lions. Shoot calls a timeout. A 30-second one, so we'll take one with them. 53-37. 2:31 left to go. Levi has some turnover stats for us. As turnovers wise, Mike, what has he got?
It's pretty even. Yeah, we're 6 and 6 in the third quarter, and Ellsworth has 4. We have 3 here in the fourth quarter, so pretty even.
Pretty even. Coach Shoup changes it to a full timeout. We'll take one with him. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2, 53-37 Lions with the lead.
R&J Tax Services, the most dependable tax service in Salina, is open every Monday through Friday, 52 weeks out of the year. Have tax questions? Call R&J Tax Services in Salina.
At Lambert Insurance, Sue Clanton can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
53-37 with how much time left?
2:31.
They do things a little different here on this clock. They take the official time away and put the amount of time left in the timeout, which is good because you never know that. But then if you forgot what the time on the clock was.
Andrew Yoxel with the ball, gets it over to Kyler Macy. Macy, a little dribble, gets it into Yoxel. Yoxel at the free throw line. Back to Grayson. Grayson top the key three, and he drains it. Nice job by Grayson as he hits his only bucket of the second half, and it's a three-pointer from the top of the key. 56-37, 2:11 left to go in the ball game. Shively goes down low to Freeze. Swing pass over to Glazer. Glazer, shot up and good.
Ooh.
Glazer is a
tough shot.
solid ball player.
That was a tough shot.
Garrett Doherty back to Grayson George, back to Andrew Yoxel. Andrew gets across the timeline. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel to see what was going on. And there's going to be a foul on Glazer. So his second personal foul. Glazer is in double figures yet. 4, 6, 8, 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, 10 points. Alex Yoxel getting ready to check in.
Grayson George to sit down.
Garrett Pounds. Grayson will take a breather.
That's probably all for Grayson tonight. 21 points is what I've got him with. Just
Andrew
a real
Yoxel.
quiet 21.
Yeah. Shot is up and good by Andrew Yoxel.
How many trays did he have, Mike?
3.
3?
3 trays. Second shot coming by the junior Andrew Yoxel. Shot is up and it's good. 58-39. And oh, how far has, I'm going to say it, Hackmeister come in the years from when you were calling him that as a nickname, huh, Dale?
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh my,
he is an amazing ball player. I love to see Andrew play it. He does a great job. And he is.
Did I ever say such
yeah, well, you did, buddy. I'm sorry. Roar with the quick shot off the mark and rebounded by Garrett Pounds. Oh, good hustle right there. Yeah, Garrett Pounds. Wow.
That was all in good fun, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We had a lot of fun with that.
Put him in late to commit the foul when needed, and he did a good job.
Yeah.
Boy, his defensive skills have really impressed me as of late, but man, he can get on the offensive glass, and his 10-foot jumper from the outside. He's just a really good all-around player.
Yeah. Kyler Macy back to Zach Allison. Zach Allison back to Garrett Doherty. Garrett drives. Back to Kyler. Kyler.
He doesn't resemble that at all anymore.
No.
Short.
I'll tell you, he just handles the ball so well. And when he gets it down in the low block and even in the high post, he does a great job. Garrett Doherty with great ball handling, gets it to Alex Yoxel with the ball movement. Minneapolis running some clock.
We're under a
53
minute.
seconds. 58-39. Lions will advance to the SubState championship. Back to Kyler Macy. They will take on either Beloit or Riley County. And the ball will go on the floor, tied up. It'll stay with the Lions. Zach Allison on the floor with Levi Freeze. It'll stay with the Lions. 39.3 seconds left. Lions will get Alex.
They better
nice
hurry.
Job. Nice job. Coach is going to get in for Minneapolis. Matt Comfort, Alex Johnson, as well as
Skylar
Reetbrock. You know, hats off to Coach Shoup for getting those boys in. 39 seconds left. Skyler gets it into Garrett Pounds. Pounds gets it back to Alex Yoxel. Alex will be fouled by Rankin. And you know, you are exactly right. At the half, we've not heard anything out of Rankin in the second half.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't hear anything out of Grayson George either.
Yeah, but we didn't need to. So, Alex at the line. Shot is up and he drains it. Nice stroke by Alex Yoxel as he puts it in. Second shot coming here. Shot is up and it is good. Boy, he's
gotten better all year long.
All year.
Second half of the year, he's just really impressed me.
Amazing. Nice job by Levi Freeze as well as Evan Shively as they come out. Ellsworth to bring it down. Roar drives. Shot from the free throw line up, no good. And good hustle by Garrett Pounds. And coming away with it is Alex Yoxel.
All right, 15 seconds.
Alex will bring it down. Nice ball handling by Alex.
Ball handling skills.
Picks up
that
his dribble a little early.
dribble from his brother, I believe.
Back to Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson on the outside, and that's the ball game. 60-39, Minneapolis comes away with a big victory tonight over the Ellsworth Bearcats. Nice job by the Lions. The Ellsworth Bearcats will end their season. The Lions will advance
championship basketball
to the championship.
Tomorrow night.
As Levi Osherman did some stats for us, and 9 turnovers by the Lions in the second half to Ellsworth's 11. So
as the Lions will now win 6 straight games over the Bearcats in these past 2 seasons.
25 for the Ellsworth Bearcats, 17 for the Lions. And what was that, Dale, you said?
The Lions now have won 6 straight contests over the Bearcats in these past 2 seasons.
So, wow, that didn't happen very often.
Nope.
And they are a senior-laden team. They've got a lot of seniors on that team. Tanner Rohr, Rankin, Logan Gose, Evan Shively, Brent Keener, and Levi Freeze are all seniors. So Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight by a score of 60-39. We'll take a quick break for a word from our sponsors. Then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 2. Welcome back to Smith Center, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions come away with the victory tonight, 60-39 over the Ellsworth Bearcats. As the second game getting ready about coming underway, and this is like a home gym for Beloit. Beloit's got a big crowd here to watch their Trojans take on the Riley County. I'm not sure who. Falcons, yeah. As Riley County and Beloit will follow this game, not broadcast by us, but it is.
We can say in broadcast if you want.
That's okay.
Okay.
So
well, that
gives
game kind of went the way we hoped it would.
Yes. Yep.
We kind of hoped it would go that way, and Minneapolis a good job with the defense. Scoring for Ellsworth, and I'm going to mention something here that Shively didn't even foul, didn't have a free throw, didn't have no points at all.
Wow.
And when Glazer went out, Shively came in, so Kyler Macy was guarding both Clint Glazer and Evan Shively most of the night. So hats off to Kyler Macy and his defensive skills here tonight. Tanner Rohr ended it with 5 points for Ellsworth. Josh Rankin, 9 points, and those were all in the first half. He didn't scratch in the second half at all. So whoever, I think it was Casey Argenbright, tightened up the defense on him in the second half. Clint Glazer, he had a couple of pretty decent shots. He can fill it up. We held him to 10 points, so I thought we did a good job on Glazer too. He had 27 the other night, so he can score a lot. And Levi Freeze, the 6'7" senior, ended the night with 9 points, and that's probably the biggest output he's had against us all through the years. I don't think I've ever seen him score more than 4 or 5 points. So he had 9. That's a good game for him. but the defense held Ellsworth to 39 points, which is really good. Shively didn't score, and Glazer had 10 points. So those two guys together are capable of scoring 30 to 40 points. So I thought we did a great job defensively.
Why don't you run through the scores for Minneapolis real quick as Coach Shoup joins us up here as for the Minneapolis Lions, real quick.
Minneapolis with a big win, 60 to 39. Coach Shoup is up here with us now. Coach, congratulations on the win. Gets you into the finals for SubState. That's exactly where you wanted to be when you started the season.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is, but those semifinal games always make me more nervous than any game the whole year. I mean, even before a state championship game, I'm more nervous about those SubState semifinals because once you get here, you know, you just play.
Yeah.
Once you get, it's just everybody's good. Someone's going to go, someone's not. The pressure's off at that point. You just play the game. So I thought our kids did a good job of jumping out on Ellsworth early, which is what we said we needed to do, and holding the lead. A lot of kids got to play. And I think that's good when you got to go back-to-back nights. You know, we exerted ourselves, but we also got a lot of rest in there, and we should be ready to go tomorrow. So
great. You said it right there. Great. You ran a couple kids. You're running 4 or 5 in. Yeah, the four rotation quite a bit. You had Casey on the bench quite a bit. Grayson on the bench quite a bit. It was a great mix. Now, Mike had mentioned it, and I'll back him on this. Mike had said the fact that Kyler Macy and Garrett Doherty had done such a great job on the defensive side.
Yeah.
We've seen it all year long. We expect it. They've continued to do it tonight.
Yeah, they did. And you know, all of our kids, I thought, you know, they brought it on the defensive end and the rebounding. Offensively, I thought we were just a little sloppy. We got to be better tomorrow night with the ball. What was that?
Yeah, it's just turnovers. They had 25, we had 17, and you're right, 17 turnovers for you.
It's way too much.
You know, you're usually down around 12 or 15.
Yeah.
Probably at least 5 of those were passes to nobody.
Yeah, just silly things.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen tomorrow night, but you never know. I think we'll be dialed in. You know, our kids handled the challenge. We played Ellsworth twice, and
it's hard to play.
We beat them bad both times. But we talked about, hey, Ellsworth's a different team, and they've been playing a lot better, shooting the ball a lot better. And I thought you saw that tonight. But we never let them get going too much. They kept their runs short, and were able to kind of extend our runs, and that was the difference in the end.
You know, what I kind of liked in the second half, and we didn't have to, Grayson had some rest in the second half. Grayson, I think, only maybe took 3 shots.
Yeah.
Only made one of those. But it was kind of nice that we didn't have to depend on. We could run our offense.
Yep.
We could work the ball into the high post, which transitioned to the low post.
Yep.
We had some nice buckets down low, had good passes, had some great finishes. Zach Allison had some great points down low, had some great minutes on the defensive side against Levi Freeze, which probably had his best game against us that we've ever seen.
Yeah, he did. And that's, I'm trying to look here, 9 points. That's more than he's had all year against us.
That's
and he's a good player. He's a tall kid, but we've defended him well all year. 9 points is still a pretty good job on him. So, you know, I thought in the second half we wanted to shorten the game, but not get complacent. We wanted to still attack, but we wanted to do our work inside, and I thought the kids did a good job with that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you had 8 kids score. Dylan and Andrew got some good points in the paint.
Yeah.
And, you know, I looked coming up here in years, I thought the same thing, the semifinal game, and Ellsworth had just clipped Norton. I thought that was kind of strange, and I looked at the box score, and Glazer had 27.
Yeah.
I was telling the guys coming up here, I said, well, if we can keep Glazer under 15 points, we'll win this game. But Shively was the one that I was worried about, and all of a sudden here comes this
Rankin
kid out.
Yeah.
He hits 3 long balls.
Of them, yeah.
And so
2 of them were guarded pretty well.
We weren't worried for him, but I thought the key, Kyler Macy guarding Glazer, but when Glazer would go out, Shively would come back in, and Shively's touched us a couple of times on long balls. He didn't scratch all night long, so I think Kyler had both those guys most of the night, so I think Kyler did a pretty good job on defense.
He definitely did. Well,
Well,
Thanks,
Coach,
guys. Great win.
we know you want to get and watch these guys. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Coming up.
Minneapolis will take on the winner of this next ball game, which is Riley County and Beloit. And Beloit has handed us our only 2 losses all year, and they've really got a player that handles us very well, and that's the Darko kid. Handles us very well. But Minneapolis, regardless of who they play, is going to be ready to go. This Riley County team, they ain't no slouch either.
No, they aren't, and there's one newspaper pundit out of Topeka picks Riley County to win this sub-state.
Right.
So they are 16-5, I believe now, or 15-5, and they play in a very tough league with Silver Lake and Rossville and St. George and so
like
forth
their
and so on.
girls' only 2 losses were to 5A schools. They, I don't know if they played in the same tournaments that they did, but they could be some of those losses as well. So, but Minneapolis comes away with the victory, what they had to do tonight. And Mike, were you able to give the scores for the Lions?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I already gave them.
So Minneapolis comes away with the victory, and they will move on tomorrow night to take on either Riley County or the Beloit Trojans. Folks, it's an hour and 35-minute drive up here. If you can make it tomorrow night.
Very scenic drive.
Yeah, let's pack this place. Let's get you up here and let's cheer on your Lions. If by chance we'd have to play Beloit, Beloit's only 40 minutes from here, you know they're going to bring a crowd.
That's right. That's right.
So Minneapolis and we'll take on either Riley County or Beloit.
Well, maybe I didn't. I gave Ellsworth but maybe I didn't give him any. Let me do that real quick, Scott. Thanks for reminding me. And the more I thought about it, I think you're right. I didn't get theirs in here, but scoring for Minneapolis, Casey Argenbright had 6 points. Kyler Macy had 2 on a really good defensive night for Kyler. Andrew Yoxel with most of his points in the second half with 11. Garrett Doherty with just a good all-around game here tonight, 6 points. Zach Allison with a lot of minutes on the floor tonight, had 4. Dylan Crossan down in the paint had 8 points for the Lions. And Alex Yoxel had 2 free throws, and leading all scorers tonight, Grayson George with 21 points. Just 3 in the second half.
You know, but that was kind of nice to see that we didn't have to worry about that, didn't have to depend on it. Grayson kind of got some relaxation, got a little rest, though, in the second half, and we needed that, and it was good for him.
You know, Coach had pointed out one thing, and it's exactly what our statistician found. He said it was a little bit sloppy for us and 17 turnovers as Levi had counted up. Just a little bit too many for Minneapolis, usually down around 12 or 13 turnovers a game. And so, he says that's too many for, and so our statistician did a great job.
Yeah, Levi Osherman doing the stats for us on the turnovers tonight. And Levi, great job tonight, buddy. I appreciate you doing that for us. You're a big help, and we appreciate that. And
how big is it going to be possibly that Grayson George did not have to, and some of the others did not have to expend a lot of energy tonight?
I think it's big because I think this game here, they're going to be expanding some energy. This game here,
it's the late game, number 1. They're going to both have to travel, and they're both going to expend a lot of energy tonight to win this game.
Take it out of you. You're right. Big time.
Well, with that, come out and join us tomorrow night, scheduled for 7:30 p.m., depending on how it goes with the early game, the girls' championship game. But the Lions will face either the Beloit Trojans or the Riley County Falcons for the sub-state title and the chance to return to Hutchinson, Kansas for the state tournament.
Absolutely. Come on out and cheer them on. For myself, Scott Osherman.
And Mike Perry.
Dale Leach, thanks for having us in your home. As always, folks, good night.